College sports generate more than $19 billion per year by endorsing and advertising every sport imaginable and keeping sports watchers intrigued. I have researched and analyzed the NIL initiative, which stands for Name, Image, and Likeness, and have found pros and cons to this social phenomenon that has currently been established in the NCAA. A cooperation such as the NIL is potentially destructive to the needs of this society, as it can cause players and teams to function very differently. Up until a year ago, when the NIL was established, college athletes played for the love of their sport, working as hard as they could to get to the professional level. Now players will become paid and endorsed and not have any pressure of making it to the next level. Today I will overview what I have learned from my research of the NIL and explain the results in which I believe will happen because of this initiative. Recently, athletes of the NCAA have been legally allowed to accept money in business ventures and earn an income while playing for the college sport. College sports have strictly been against this because they are amateur athletes not competing at a professional level. According to the article written in The Athletic, a 2023 graduate has just signed a deal with the NIL Collective to compensate $8 million by his junior year of college. This 5-star recruit player has signed to make public appearances and play a role in social media promotions and participate in other NIL endorsements. I think the overall outcome of paying these students ridiculous amounts of money right out of high school will cause contention in the locker rooms due to the competitiveness of different players getting different amounts of pay. Now that I have provided an example of how much money this organization generates, I would like to explain what this means for the direction of college athletics. Student athletes no longer will care to attend schools based on their ability to learn, but by how much money they can potentially earn. This can be detrimental because this will spread talent unfairly among schools and teams. Now I would like to explain more on the question of why I started my research. How and why has this initiative not started sooner, and how is this a problem? Boosters have always been illegal because of the problems they can cause between teammates and simply the recruitment of players. The NIL Collective collects and gives financial resources to athletes in exchange to use their name and image. Nick Saban, the coach for Alabama football, quotes, "A&M bought every player on their team, made a deal for name, image, and likeness. We didn't buy one player. I don't know if we're going to be able to sustain that in the future because more and more people are doing it." This quote supports the concept that giving athletes compensation will greatly affect the amount of talent and players spread among the teams. I asked myself this question when hearing the news that athletes will now be paid before reaching the professional level and wondered how this could alter the greatness of college sports. Researching this question has helped me get a better understanding on how this can be legalized and the pros and cons to this social phenomenon. Now let's get into the effects of compensation for these athletes. College athletes will now be expected to given an award for being advertised and represented because it is now a law, and players will have no rush to make it to the professional level. Without the pressure of working hard enough to make it to the pros, in order to make money, college athletes will not have to worry about competing as hard as they normally would. Developing the competitiveness and work ethic it takes for college players to make it to the next league is what makes time in college so valuable. Without the pressure of hard work, the ability of players will slowly start to decrease and they will become entitled to expecting compensation. The combination of these points have helped me see how fast this initiative can destroy the values on which college athletics were built upon. Research shows that this may seem great and empowering for athletes, however, the future will show how these answers play out. This will cause much controversy between teammates and cause them to compete with each other rather than other teams and schools. There is a reason that boosters and endorsing college athletes for money has been illegal for so long, because it will bring more bad than good. By analyzing this initiative by society as a whole and individually, we can see the problems this initiative will lead to in the future of college sports.